Greetings, Mech Warriors. My name is TTB, and this is German Mechgineering. And today, guys, we are playing the Dire Wolf Bravo. The Dire Wolf Bravo in a full-on Slapper Dakka configuration. Let's go ahead and have a look at this beautiful mech. Jade Falcon paint, sort of Blake for some reason on there, Ginsburg Eagles on there, and of course on the back Metal Crusader, the one and only, with a golden nose and some eyes and saying kill secured. Let's have a look at the intricacies of this build, shall we? Now, in terms of weaponry, we have 80 Alpha Strike firepower. I say 80 because we've got UAC-10s, you can double tap them. So we've got 2 UAC-10s and 2 Clan LB20s. So we do have pinpoint damage, 40 pinpoint damage, and then 40 shotgun damage. Total of 80 damage, as I already said. Speed of this mech is going to be a standard Dire Whale. Very slow speed, 48.6 kph, so you gotta know how to move with your mech, and you gotta be constantly moving, otherwise you will die to NASCAR, so be very careful about that. In terms of ammo, I'm bringing 6 tons of Clan LB20 ammo and 3 tons of UAC-10 ammo. And in order to bring all of that, I'm actually lowering the head a little bit in terms of armor. I'm lowering the legs by quite a bit, 24 each, and I'm also lowering the arms. Now you might say, why, TTB, why are you lowering the arms? There's the LB20s in there. Well, have a look at this, guys. If you look at the side profile of this mech, you can clearly see that the arms are just a tiny part of the whole mech. Same thing here on the other side. This is the arm, and this is all of this here is side torso. So the arms are not that likely to get hit, especially if you're watching enemies, or if you're facing enemies. Like, they're going to shoot you here. They're shooting the big box, they're not shooting the arms. So it's okay to remove some armor there. If you're too worried about it, you can remove some armor from the legs and add that to the arms, and remove some armor from the head. Put the LB20 ammo maybe into a side torso, and use that armor to get the arms, maybe 10 ammo more each. That will also be fine. Okay, now let's have a look at the skill tree for this bad boy. And we are going to use the firepower tree on the right hand side for LBX spread 1 and 2, enhanced rack UAC 1 and 2, magazine capacity 1 and 2, and some of the heat gen nodes, because this thing can get quite hot over time. Then we're using the full survival tree except AMS overload 1 and 2. We're using the sensors tree here for seismic 1 and 2 and full radar derp. Seismic is very handy here, guys, because you can notice when people are sneaking up behind you and whatnot, or you can position yourself properly if somebody is behind a wall, and when they come along the wall and when they show themselves, you just face blast them with all this nice Dakka and Slapper stuff that you're carrying around with you. And then last but not least, auxiliary tree, we go for the double cool shot with cool shot cooldown and double artillery strike combination. Now, if you feel this is too hot for you and you can't handle it, go ahead, remove the sensors tree and put those points into operations, and you should be fine. Important little addendum, guys, you have to make sure that you use the correct omnipods here, especially for the arms, because there are omnipods that have less weapon hardpoints, and because they have less weapon hardpoints, the developers actually are balancing that out by giving those omnipods slightly higher armor or structure than normal. Always gotta keep a watch out of those, and in this case it's the Dire Wolf Alpha left arm and the Bravo right arm that will give you about 10 or so extra armor on top of that. So that will make your mech more tanky and will bring that armor up quite a bit. For example, let me just compare this with the Dire Wolf Prime left arm. This one has 1 ballistic and 4 energy hardpoints. This is at 68 now. If I switch it over, boom, 57. So we gain 11 armor for free. You could also use the W left arm. Let's see, it should be the same armor level. Yep, exactly. So mix and match, guys, and experiment a little bit, and then you will get the correct weapon systems into the correct omnipods. Very important. Whew. Saved myself this time. Okay, let's take this bad boy to a dropship and see how it performs. I'll see you there. Alrighty, guys, here we are on our first map, and it's going to be Canyon Network, and I'm choosing to show the beginning of the match here, the start of where we are just walking from our spawn points. Normally I don't do that because I want to cut it off because it's just a little bit boring and it doesn't show that much, but in this case I decided to keep it because there's a valuable lesson to teach here. And that lesson is, if you are walking towards the middle on this map, for example, you gotta do it fast. It's a very small map and the enemies will be in your back very quickly if you take a long way. So I took the fastest way possible to get to the center of the map, and now we can use this position right here to engage the the enemy. My teammate chooses to stop at a weird spot, unfortunately, so got a little bit caught up here. But it's alright, we're gonna go ahead and try to look towards the center of the map and engage targets that have been moving up. See, there we go, there's already an enemy Shadowhawk that I tried to hit, but unfortunately there was too much cover on the side here for me, so I hit that cover. But that's not a problem, because we can go ahead and find a surrogate target. That bushwhacker here, wow, he got dismantled. Ouchie. Okay, now look at the map, guys. We see that there is currently a NASCAR happening right now, or it's already in the beginning on the right-hand flank. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in onto the enemy target Alpha here, that Mad Dog, because he chose to stick around, and that is a death sentence. And now, since the Mad Cat Mark II also chose to stick around, we can go ahead and do the same thing to him here. We shot down the side torso. Now we just go for CT, Sayonara, LB20s. That's such a satisfying sound. And now we go straight through the middle again. We don't go for the big rotation. No. We go straight through the middle and we try and target anybody that comes in front of our weapons. Maybe drop an artillery strike as soon as we can. Unfortunately overheated here because I did not press override early enough. But that's okay, we are a Dire Whale, and the enemy team, as you can see, are in a rotato-potato position. So they're doing the same thing again. They're going for the next rotation, which is fine by me. I'm just gonna chase in after them at the shortest way possible. No wagging left or right, no waiting around. You have to chase in fast because you only have 48 kph. That's exactly what we're doing here. Let's go for the Shadowhawk, let's go for the back of the Gargoyle, let's try to get them all away, and now since we chased them away, we can focus with our teammates on that last straggler. And now you could continue chasing, but we're 5 kills to 0 or 5 kills to 1, so I'm gonna turn around here and turn into the enemy and let them show what happens when you walk into a Dire Whale. Stop the artillery strike here right at the corner, and then we say hi. Hang on, who wants to say hi? Here, this guy wants to say hi. Hi, servus. Wie geht's denn so? Sehr schön. Okay, let's move back here, go onto the enemy Gargoyle, soften him up a little bit more. Side torso is open now. We will go around the corner and engage those targets that are coming up here. For example, ooh, hello there, Juliet. No, Cicada doesn't want to cuddle with me. Kilo, the assassin, seems to want to cuddle with me. My CT is open now, but that's fine. I just wait until the assassin comes back again. We blast him with the LB20s. And, oh yeah, he wants to go for me. He wants to kill me, apparently. Alright, it's fine by me, dude. You just walked to the wrong spot. Sayonara! 2 more kills left on the board. Now, as I said, guys, this was a lot of potato here, but we were able to solve it by cutting corners and by going the shortest distance possible. If you go too long of a distance with a slow mech like this, you will get rotated upon and they will just chew up the back of your mech and you're dead. So, if you rotate, rotate intelligently. 2 killing blows, 9 assists, 2 solo kills, 3 kill most damage dealt, 7 components destroyed, 1006 damage done in a game that lasted all of 3 minutes and 26 seconds, and that includes walking to the middle. And if you enjoyed this content, guys, go ahead, check out my Patreon page, become an active supporter and a member of Team TTB. And we're jumping right into the next game here, and of course we are going to be on one of my favorite maps of all time, the Mining Collective, and I got a little bit trigger happy here with the LB20s and realized I have to change my weapon loadout, my weapon systems, because I had them on the wrong buttons. But as always, guys, the strategy is going to be the same. You want to make sure that you get the center of the map as quickly as possible with your assault mechs and hold it. If you don't do that, then you have a big problem where you have to rotate around the circle in the middle, whereas the enemy team will have a field day shooting you. Oh, teammate needs help, not a problem. Hello there, Mr. Annihilator. I see you've got 4 LB10s. I raise you double LB20s and UAC10s. Yes, I've got way more firepower than you do, good sir, and your mech is already halved, and I'm gonna kill him here. Come on, come on, come on. LB20s. Bada bim, bada boom. There we go. Let's go onto his buddy here with the Nova. Hold a shot for a sec. Get a good clear shot onto him and send him packing, as well as his buddy here in the Marauder. Got an enemy Warhawk, Nanook up top here, but he's gonna run. That Shadowcat is ducking away at somebody, but as you can see, just half a salvo from me already puts his side torso in the red. He's not gonna peek that again, I hope. Enemy Javelin coming up, and he's also gonna eat a nice salvo here. Didn't take too much damage, but he is going to be scared off. And now we can follow in and target enemies in the Data 5 and Echo 5 area down below. Gotta be careful here with the height of our weapons to make sure that we clear enough ground before we shoot them, like with the UAC10s, for example, now on the enemy lighter. I'm trying to get his side torso, but it's a little bit tricky. As you can see, some of my bullets are hitting the ground there, but we took away one of his weapons, I believe. Now somebody put an artillery strike onto me. Somebody set me up the bomb, but that is alright, because we can go ahead and just turn now and assist our teammates here in the Echo 4 area. There's quite a few guys around here. There is an enemy. What is that? Ooh, hello there, Mr. Even Jack pushing up. We shoot him once on the side torso. He was already damaged, of course, but my teammates can go ahead and finish the deal, which means that I can now focus towards the left side here. Come around the corner and be like, yo, I'm a Dire Whale. How's it going? And that Mad Dog, of course, won't like me for that because he's gonna die. Beautiful. So let's see, there was another guy towards the right here. That is, what do we have here? Ooh, an enemy Black Ladder. Let's go ahead and show him that we don't like him. He's trying to run for the middle here, but if I get a good shot off here into his back, he should be dead. Come on. Bada bim, bada boom. LB20s, you just gotta love him. It's just such a nice sound. Flunk. Okay, let's walk back towards the center. There's no point in going potato to potato now. We just go back to our control point, to our point of strength, and that is the center of the map. There's a Hunchback, there's the Annihilator, very, very damaged. Also the Javelin again. Let's go ahead, shoot him in the back. Yeah, he's dead. Go on to the Nova. He drops down quite quickly. And that is going to be the end of the match. 12 kills over 3. 2 rather fast matches right now today, and that with one of the slowest mechs on the board. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes even TTB can't lose. 3 killing blows, 6 assists, 3 solo kills, by the way, 4 kill most damage dealt, 922 damage done, with 8 components taken out. Well guys, if you like this content, check out my Patreon page. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching.